Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patkan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the squad which selectors have announced for India versus South Africa, the three ODIs, which is going to take place. Remember, this is we can classify it as India B or India C team, but we are blessed and fortunate to have that kind of players and the number of talented players that we can have multiple teams. As you know or might not know, on October 6th, our team is going to travel to Australia for the T20 World Cup. Now, many of you will think that why so early travel to Australia? Why not spend some time in the National Cricket Academy, or what is the hurry to go to Australia? Skipper Rohit Sharma said this a few days ago that most of the players actually haven't toured Australia. Only senior players, which includes Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Dinesh Karthik, have toured Australia. It will be a new experience for most of the youngsters, and they don't want that when our first match is going to take place against Pakistan on October 23rd, I beg your pardon, that nobody should get stage fright, or they shouldn't be feeling that we are new and alien to these conditions, and that can be detrimental to the final result, which we desperately don't want at this moment. So in Team India will be trying to acclimatize to the conditions, get local bowlers bowl at the batsman, practice as much as possible, rest, recuperate. As you know that India is going to play two matches against Australia and New Zealand to get into the groove before the big one on Sunday, that is October 23rd, India versus Pakistan. So yes, main players are playing there. Three of the four standby players, which includes Deepak Chahar, Shreyas Iyer, and Ravi Bishnoi. Mohammad Shami is the fourth player, but he is going to travel to Australia. Three players are going to be available for this series, and certainly they will be playing in the playing 11. So Shikhar Dhawan is going to be the captain. This was on expected lines. Shikhar Dhawan plays only one format nowadays for Team India. He is out of selectors' radars in Test cricket for a long time, and they have ignored him for the T20 stuff as well. But despite his great performances in the IPL for the past three seasons, but we have to consider the fact that KL Rahul is a little bit better than Shikhar Dhawan in the T20 format, so that's why selectors are persisting with KL Rahul. So Shikhar Dhawan, as I said, plays only one format, but we have to respect him. He performs nevertheless, and he will be, I think, looking to improve his strike rate. There was a lot of debate about his strike rate in the ODI format and how it doesn't suit Rohit Sharma's plan of playing at ultra aggressive cricket. But I think Shikhar has worked on his strike rate consciously for the past 3 years in the IPL. He will do the same here, and he will perform wonderfully well as a captain. As we know that in July 2020, as well as in this year against West Indies, he was the stand-in captain, and India did wonderfully well. Good captaincy skills. Doesn't put much pressure on bowlers. It's very approachable for the younger players, and is a very happy-go-lucky person, as we know. So wishing Shikhar all the best. Shreyas Iyer has been named as a vice captain. This is also a good move. Now Shreyas Iyer will play with more responsibility. I don't mean that he doesn't, but being a vice captain is an added responsibility, and I'm sure he will be better off it. Ruturaj Gaikwad has been selected, but I think he won't get any game time. If Ruturaj plays, it will be in the middle order, but I don't think there is a spot in the middle order because Sanju Samson and Ishan Kishan both have been selected, and Ruturaj Gaikwad's preferred position is opener. And in this series, Shikhar Dhawan is going to open with Shubman Gill, who has been in fantastic form, who was player of the series when India last played ODIs against Zimbabwe. Rajat Patidar has been selected for his consistent performances with the RCB, as well as for Madhya Pradesh. He scored a magnificent 100 in the Ranji Trophy final, which propelled Madhya Pradesh to their first Ranji title in a long time. Excellent performers across in the domestic cricket, performed reasonably well in the Duleep Trophy as well, so he has got his reward, well deserved. Rahul Tripathi has been selected. As we know that last year he was selected for the two T20s against Ireland, but unfortunately couldn't get the game. It will be interesting to see if finally he makes his India debut. Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson, as I said, both have been selected, and both will be in the playing 11, because I think Sanju Samson will bat at number 6, and at number 4 Ishan Kishan will come in, or it is according to the situation. If Shreyas Iyer, I beg your pardon, Shikhar Dhawan and Shubman Gill play prolonged innings, then Ishan Kishan might come in as number 3. In normal circumstances, Iyer will come in at 3, Ishan Kishan will come at 4, and Samson will come at 5 or 6. Shahbaz Ahmed also has been selected, performing once again wonderfully well for RCB. A great outing in domestic cricket as well. He has improved leaps and bounds with the bat, bowls wonderful off spinner, uses angles to his advantage, and just like Akshar Patel, doesn't turn the ball much, but has the ability to grip the delivery, which is troublesome for the batsman. Shardul Thakur has been selected, so has been Kuldeep Yadav. Both have been in tremendous form versus New Zealand A. The India A versus New Zealand A series, which took place a few days ago at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Kuldeep Yadav actually got a hat-trick as well, so that did his confidence a world of good. As I said in my previous video, and as is the case with Kuldeep Yadav, that he needs confidence, he needs game times. The more deliveries he bowls, the more confident he gets, and more is his confidence, the more lethal he gets. So Kuldeep Yadav, a lot of expectations from his fans for him, as well as for Team India as well. Ravi Bishnoi has been selected, but I think selectors will prefer Kuldeep Yadav as a spinner. But who knows, if we decide to go in with 2 spinners and 3 fast bowlers, so that will be an option. Mukesh Kumar has been selected for the first time in his career. Now many don't know about Mukesh Kumar. Mukesh Kumar is a tremendous bowler, open-chested bowling action, plays Ranji Trophy for Bengal, constantly bowls between 140 and 145 kilometer line, excellent in-swinger as well as out-swinger, proven performer for Bengal for domestic cricket over the past 2-3 years. Is on the radar of many IPL franchises as well. So if he gets the game time, he will be looked to knock the door down. Avesh Khan has been selected. As we know that the past couple of months haven't been kind to Avesh Khan. He was injured in the middle of the Asia Cup. Deepak Chahar was his replacement. But even if he wasn't injured, he was actually dropped due to consistently poor performances, especially towards the latter part of the innings, which didn't do his chance any good. He's a talented bowler, we know, but he desperately needs revival of confidence, and hopefully this series can provide that. Mohammad Siraj has been selected as well, who has been in wonderful form in county cricket in recent months, impressed in the T20 series against South Africa as well. So he will be looking to get a nice game time under his belt. And the final player is Deepak Chahar. Once again, his swing is back. His pace is down by 5 to 10 kilometers per hour, but his pace will come gradually because he has just recovered from injury. But it doesn't mean that he is any less lethal. Swung the ball both ways in the third T20 against South Africa, so he's looking to get back into the groove, and when he finds his rhythm, it will be going to be troublesome for the South African batsmen. So all in all, a great squad selected by the selectors, keeping in mind that this is India P or India C team, as many would call it as well. I think India will win this series by a margin of 2-1. We still are better than South Africa, but we shouldn't underestimate South Africans because they have progressed wonderfully well under Mark Bouchers in the last 3 years. So hoping for an crackerjack of a series. So how did you like my analysis of this squad? Please tell in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then everyone, bye, and requesting once again to you all, please subscribe.